We finished our last day in Sofia yesterday, woke up bright and early, took a bus all the way here to Macedonia.
We are in the town of Skopje. Skopje is, I believe, how you say it. That's how I found online. But we're only here for one day. This is kind of just a transit type of country that works logistically to get to our next country, which we leave for tomorrow. So we're going to try to do as much as we can in Skopje in the next 24 hours before we leave, which is going to start with lunch. We're at a place called Cosmos. They're supposed to have good food that's relatively inexpensive. They have a pretty limited menu, only about 5 menu items, so we just kind of ordered a couple things. We got shopska because we love shopska in Bulgaria, so we're gonna see whose is better. We just got our food and we got a lot of food. We had gotten 2 shopska salads, which we demolished. But they were very, very cheesy, so I really liked them. We got 2 kebabs, which there's a lot of meat on each kebab plate. We probably could have done just one. And we got 2 things of beans that are cooked in this little dish that are supposed to be traditional as well. I haven't eaten much meat yet because it's still very hot. But everything is super fast. You just come in, find a seat, and then they come to your table and start bringing you stuff. So we'll see how much all this costs. There's no menu prices anywhere, so TBD. We should have only got 1 plate of meat, but the shopska was on point. I might have liked this shopska more than Bulgaria, but it might have just been because of the sheer amount of cheese that was on top of it. You couldn't even see the other vegetables, it was just cheese. It was good. We just finished up lunch. We paid. It ended up being about 27 US dollars. They were very kind. We were short 60 of their dollars. It was 1560. We only had 1500, and they told us no problem. So it was very kind. But we're just gonna explore the old bazaar and then see where to go from there.
I broke my sunglasses. So I've been without sunglasses for a few days, which can be kind of rough in the sun like this. So then we stopped at one of these stores and got myself some sunglasses, Ray-Bans, 100% authentic, for $7.
I couldn't tell if that was a I'm joking wink or a, oh, I'm trying to pick up girls wink.
I'm trying to pick you up. Did it work?
You've already picked me up. We actually almost didn't come back to this part because it looked like it was just a bunch of random shoe shops and cosmetics. But it like opened up into the full like food market. We got rugs, clothing, bedding, food, cosmetics, everything within a few store radius of each other. It is super hot today in Skopje. The high today was like 105. I'm pretty sure it's 105 right now. The sun is kind of pelting as well. Absolutely zero cover. So we're just kind of making it from shade spot to shade spot. We explored the old bazaar a little bit, very kind of quaint, nice part of town. But we're gonna head down now to the square and probably go to the archaeological museum. Another umbrella tree. And we stumbled upon Monument Square while we were walking to the archaeological museum. This is one of the bigger monuments in the square that I've seen so far.
Huge.
It's actually quite impressive. This may actually not be Monument Square. It might just be a giant monument to Philip II of Macedonia. TBD. One interesting thing that we saw about this city is that there was a giant earthquake here back just in the 1960s that leveled about 80% of the town. So most of the town has actually been rebuilt since then, and that's why there's a lot of newer type of construction than some of the older cities that we've seen so far. It's kind of interesting.
This statue is very impressive. It is absolutely massive. Do not know the history behind it, but I can tell you one thing. The sun is absolutely blisteringly hot. I am struggling after being out here for maybe 10 minutes. I think it's time to go eat.
Chankra. It's supposed to be a traditional Macedonian restaurant, but what I really wanted to try at this restaurant was moussaka. It's like a ground beef potato type dish from what I was reading. Unfortunately, they don't have it, so we just kind of ordered a few things that we're all gonna share. The first thing is, I just forgot what it was now. Makalo. It is an appetizer. It's coals. This is makalo with potatoes. So it looks like it has potatoes, garlic, oil, and some peppers. I don't really know how you eat it. I guess I'm just gonna scoop it on my plate. It tastes good. It has a different texture. I'm just trying to figure out what the texture is. I want to see what it is. Oh, it's from the peppers. There's peppers in it. So it's listed as a cold appetizer, but it's not that cold. It's like lukewarm. That was good. And perfect timing. We just got the second thing, which is sarma. These are cabbage rolls, essentially. We've had these pretty much everywhere, but we wanted to try their take on it. It looks like this one has some sort of like yogurty sour cream dip, which those are my favorite ones, or when they have that. These look good though. These ones are not as good as the ones that I had in Romania, but I do really like them with the dip. So far, we're doing good.
So, we got the baked beans just like we did at lunch, right here. And honestly, they're good, but the place we ate at for lunch was better, in my opinion. Everyone else can determine that, but that place had much better beans. It's got this specific type of flavor, really good. We also got some potatoes with some chicken and some sort of seasoning sauce type thing. It's really good. The chicken's not like Macedonian or anything like that. We just want to order an actual meal and get something a little different for us and mostly for Kinsey, but very good so far.
The last thing we got was a traditional type of savory pastry. So this one has like the phyllo dough with cheese is the one that we ordered. It is jam-packed with cheese. Looks delicious, as anything with cheese does. It is a huge thing of dough though, so definitely make sure there's at least a couple people at the table when you order it. They bring the entire thing out to you. Everything has been delicious. I know this was not even nearly all of the traditional foods. We just kind of wanted to hit a couple things today since we did have a short time in Macedonia. But that's going to pretty much wrap it up. We're going to call it a night after this and get ready to go to Albania tomorrow.